Yeah. Fix that glitch I had earlier today that was making iTunes all warbly. We're live now, Pip. Pip, we're live. You're supposed to do that thing. Dearest Rosemary, it was a limpid, dreary day hung as in a basket from a single dull star. I thank you for your letter. Outside I perceive what may be a collection of fallen leaves tussling against a trash can. It rings like jazz to my ears. The streets are that empty. It seems as though the bulk of the city has retreated to their quarters, rightfully so. At this time it seems very poignant to avoid all public spaces, even the bars, as I told Hemingway. But to that he punched me in the stomach, to which I asked if he had washed his hands. He hadn't. He is much the denier, that one. Why, he considers the virus to be just influenza. I'm curious of his sources. The officials have alerted us to ensure we have a month's worth of necessities. Zelda and I have stocked up on red wine, whiskey, rum, vermouth, absinthe, white wine, sherry, gin, and lard. And if we need it, brandy. Please pray for us. You should see the square. Oh, it's terrible. I weep for the damned eventualities this future brings. The long afternoons rolling forward slowly on the ever-slick, bottomless highball. Z says it's no excuse to drink, but I just can't seem to steady my hand. In the distance from my brooding perch, the shoreline is cloaked in a dull haze where I can discern an unremitting penance that has been heading this way for a long, long while. And yet amongst the cracked cloud line of an evening's cast, I focus on a single strain of light, calling me forth to believe in a better morrow. Faithfully yours, F. Scott Fitzgerald. Good evening out there. How you doing? Well, we got some parts sent in for the songs we've been working on, which is really cool. Got some electric guitar. I got a couple of tracks. I'm not even sure what they are. One in particular, I have no idea what it even is. Haven't listened to them yet. Let's see here. All right, I restarted. But I have I haven't listened to them, but I have imported them. Oh yeah, you should definitely send me some crystal bowl. I know exactly what I want to do with those. I can take a sound like that. I can maybe even grab it from the webcast already, but that's something I could do, and that would be pretty interesting. But I can take that note that it plays and assign it to my keyboard, and it'll pitch shift all the notes, and then I can play melodies that are all based on that sound. It'll just sort of shift them up in pitch, so I can go do do do, play it like an instrument. Once I found out I could do that, ran around my house. Recording everything that could make any kind of a sound and making an instrument out of it. Yeah, I'll show you. Cut this sucker on. Not only is it a great table, but it's a pretty fun keyboard. All right, see, I have this, one of my favorite things that comes in Logic these days is the Alchemy plugin. Over here are all my sounds. One of my favorite ones was actually doing the wine glass thing where you fill it with water and get your finger a little wet and go around the rim of the wine glass and get it to sing. Homemade. See, these are all the ones I made so far. There's a banjo one. Let's see. That's off a banjo note. And this is my cello, my acoustic cello. Sounds pretty cool. I wish I could. My mic is over here and the keys are over here. I don't know how I could. I'll have to put a mic over there for the keyboard so I can just turn and do piano songs or keyboard songs. Here's my clarinet. But then, let's see, where's the glass? Check this one out. Glass Whisper. This is a wine glass. I put some effects on it though. It's such a good sound. It's pretty quiet though. And one thing I really had some luck with was the music boxes around the house. This is how lazy I am. I sampled my piano, so now I don't have to get up and walk all the way over there. And of course, the space stick. But yeah, I want to put your bowl in that folder of sounds. So check this out. I have to go back and look at my email because now I can't even remember the name who sent this in. I love that. I don't even know what's going on. I like that. But we got a new guitar part for Willie T's song. This is a song called Wild Buckskin that I actually recorded. I recorded the basic track in the bathroom on Jam Cruise. You can hear the ocean and the wind, and it was just for fun, just like, it was a new song that he was working on, and it's not even done yet, but I was like, let's record that song, and we went in the bathroom, recorded it, and then we got quarantined. I was like, hey, Willie, I put your song on my website. I put your song on my website so people could play to it. It's like, all right. So yeah, here's the new guitar part down here at the bottom. He just went for the breaks. Look at that, tasty. He's like he went in with a mission, and didn't want to step on any toes. Just he didn't play the whole time. veteran move there. Yeah. I haven't really heard this yet. I just imported it right before I went live. That's sweet, though. Let's put it in the room. Send it to the reverb. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Cut that up a little bit. Might send it to what's going on here? Yeah. Hear the ocean, hear the wind outside. All right, solo coming up. I'll turn this up. Yeah. Nice. I'm going to go look up this guy's name. What's this guy's name? Nice. Chip Jenkins. Thornton Jenkins. Take us out, Mr. Jenkins. Yeah. Mr. Jenkins. Ah, thank you, Josh. All right, how about now? Hey, Tanner. Oh, hey, Chip's in there. Hey, Chip. Sounded good, buddy. Sort of love that ocean in there. Yeah. Yeah. That is sweet. Gosh, do we leave the ocean in there? It's that it's so loud on the. I wonder why the ocean is so much louder on the tenor than it is on the. Probably because we had to turn the tenor up. It's way louder than on the vocal. On the if I solo the vocal, I mean it's definitely there. Yeah, that's pretty significant, I guess. But then on the tenor, oh, it's like shh.
Wild, wild buckskin. Just laughing at.
Tanner is asking. Let's see. It's a cool song, isn't it, Chip? Yeah, great playing. Way to go. Yeah. Did you hear it from the top yet? Well, I guess you sort of heard it when you were rocking it out. Tanner says, my favorite set of music you ever played was Jam Bass 20. What's your favorite set you've ever played? That's a tough one. I don't think I have one. Is that a thing? Do people have that? My favorite set of music last night on Higher Ground. I didn't even know if I'd ever make it back to Vermont, but I played Higher Ground last night from my basement. Favorite set I ever played. Crushed it. I stepped up to the plate like Babe Ruth, pointing to the outside wall, pointing to the bleachers. First pitch. Crack. Sweet. All right, we're going to open the other song. Chip heard it from the top. Great work. Thank you so much for playing along. Woohoo! All right, I'm going to open. Come over because we got some new parts for that, too. Got MC sent in a new harmony. I think she wants to replace the other one. I'm not sure if she added to it or replaced the other one. But we also got a part that's a mystery part to me by Doug. I haven't even listened to it yet. I don't even know what he played. It could be anything. It could be drums. It could be anything. Ray, have you ever been arrested? Is that for me? Or is that the one read above that's for you? Is that for Shannon? I've been arrested. I've been arrested 3 times. It's ridiculous. It was for stupid stuff every time. Hey, Kevin. there's one thing I learned from that experience. Time goes so slow when you're in jail, and I don't know if they'll make the bail, but I know they're out there. God bless them trying. If I was alone and poor in here, I'd be dying. But if I should be in jail tonight, then no money should set me free. And if I should not be in jail tonight, I should be free. For free. So I said to the cop, do you think you done some good? He said, I got drugs off the street, that's what I do. And I would have laughed if I only could. So just thinking about the cow turds, where my felony grew. But if I should be in jail tonight, then no money should set me free. And if I should not be in jail tonight, I should be free. For free. Well, the guy sitting next to me had no one on the outside, but he shook my hand when he walked through the door. You know, I liked him right away, more than anyone I'd met that day. Left him sitting there when they called my name. They said, more. But if I should be in jail tonight, then no money should set me free. And if I should not be in jail tonight, I should be free. If I should be in jail tonight, then no money should set me free. And if I should not be in jail tonight, I should be free. For free. I'm glad I played that hook right once before the song was over. I got it there the very last time. It's coming now. I'm having to learn how to play everything with a guitar pick because I procrastinated getting my nails done. I got a lady in town who's the only one that does it right, and I miss her, and I was procrastinating. I was like, well, just letting them get some air. Sometimes it's nice to get that acrylic off of there, remove my claws, let down my nails. But I miss my nails, pulling everything with a pick. But then again, necessity is the mother of discoveries and all that kind of stuff. So definitely had some fun playing with a pick too, because I went years there without even picking up a pick. All right, let's see what we got for Come Over. All right, there's Magpie's New Harmonies. Let's see, put those up. Wait, what is what? There's Mags. And what did Doug send? I'm going to go ahead and mute that for now. All right, we got that new guitar part from John Dodson. That sounds really good. All right. Maybe I'm going to solo him first. The mystery track. All right, go ahead. What do you think? What does that look like? Can anybody tell from the waveform what instrument they think this might be? Jason, hey there. Good to see you, buddy. Any guess? Doesn't really look like. It could be. It could be a drum thing. I don't know though. All right, here we go. Wait, I'm getting some hot tips here. That's probably why I feel like it's good to give my nails some air from time to time. Acrylic nails also hold on to bacteria, viruses, and are virtually impossible to sanitize. Oh, see? Just learned this in mandatory refreshers on infectious disease training, things I never knew. Now, see? There you go. Thank God I don't have my nails. I'd be more of a nervous wreck than I already am. Once I learned that, I'd be like, I can't get them off. I need Cindy to get them off, but I can't go. What do I do? I need to soak them in that special solution. You can't get them off. You can't get them off. That's why I love them, is because they really sort of become Wolverine level part of me. All right, here we go. We're lifting the veil on this. We have a guess that it's a didgeridoo. Someone says they think it's a bass. Someone says they think it's a harp. Someone says they think it's a violin. Here we go. Electric guitar. Oh, nice. Yeah. Let's go ahead and send that to the reverb. If I can, I'll always make a plug for this company. Tonight's episode brought to you by Valhalla. All their reverbs are awesome. They just came out with a delay, which is their first step away from reverbs, and their delay is awesome. Valhalla. So good. That's who's getting some of this guitar right now. It's a tough call. There's some real buzz on that channel, which electric guitars often have. You can scoop it out, then you lose some of the air of the notes. Let's hear it in context. Right now, you don't have to worry about it. I'll cut it off for now. Let's hear it. Let's see what it's like in the song. It's pretty loud. It's loud in general though. Oh, look! Listen, they're playing together. John and Doug. I'm going to put them side by side. John, Doug, John. How sweet is that? I gotta colorize these things. Gotta make them. Listen to these two guys. Oh my God, it's that made me well up a little bit. Probably because I'm tender. I'm still pretty sensitive. Wife and I tonight watched Jojo Rabbit. Have y'all seen this movie? Jojo Rabbit. Oh my God, it's only like $5 or something on Amazon. Amazing movie. What an amazing movie. It has all the things. Such a good movie. So well acted. The writing's incredible. How did they do those sets? I mean, it's really it's a top tier movie. It's a great movie. It's one of those movies you're like, oh yeah, this is why I love movies. You can go for like a year or two these days. It feels like, why did I love movies so much? And then you see a really good one and you're like, oh, there it is. Oh man, great movies are amazing. All right, here we go. In context. Hello? Hello? What We Do in the Shadows. What kind of movie is that? What We Do in the Shadows? I haven't even heard of that. Taika flick. What's a Taika flick? I'm gonna learn so much tonight. I just have a feeling. I feel like I have to re-sing this. I wish we'd done it in a different key. I like singing it in D now. Is it too late? It's probably too late. We just gotta make this one work. Or get someone else to sing it. Hey, Joe.
The way you say things, the things you do, that sound you make, the way you move, reckon I'll be begging in a day or two for you to come over. We can watch a movie on the floor. We can order things, they will bring them to the door.
Ah. Yeah, I was talking to Brad after we saw that movie, and he told me, he informed me that, and I don't know any of this. It's the first time I even heard this guy's name. Right, that he's also Hitler in the movie. Wrote and directed it. Who is this genius? This is a new dude. That's so cool. Someone to watch. I was wondering. I'm really psyched to hear that. Taika Waititi. What'd you call me?
The way you say things, the things you do, that sound you make, the way you move, reckon I'll be begging in a day or two for you to come over. We can order things, they will bring them to the door. Always something, sometimes nothing, never more. When you come over, hey, on the way, could you pick me up a pad? Cover me, and I will get you back. When you come over, when you come over.
Whoa. I sent a message and crashed Logic. Still don't really know what's gonna happen in this solo section here. Whoops. The piano does some nice things. I don't know if there's going to be like a solo per se. It's sort of nice just as a textured section.
When you come over, when you come over, when you come over, when you come over.
All right. Decisions. What are our options? I know I want to hear this piano lead in better. Let's just crank that. Definitely want this little hot second on the piano. Maybe bring this one down a little bit though. And some of you, if you're out there just getting into home recording or whatever, this is something I've sort of discovered recently. I used to always do automation curves where you draw in, you can take this volume line and draw volume moves. And that's what I would do. If I wanted that up, I'd draw a volume line in there, or if I want, and just draw this pattern with the automation, and then that would sort of make the volume knob go up and down, automated by where I told it to do it. But this way, if you just cut the sections up and use the gain in Logic, it's up here, but everywhere probably has a gain setting, and just cut the gain down on different parts. Then you can just let the fader just stay in one spot. And if you want to cut everything down, you just turn the fader down a little bit. It just makes everything a little bit easier to look at. And things aren't moving all around, and you can at a glance just see where all your faders sort of are without them just all moving and dancing around and getting confusing. So I like to do it more like this these days. Love that. We could bring Mags up right there. Wonder what the violin's doing right there. Let's crank that up and see. Nice. I feel like there's just something missing. It's going to tie it all together perfectly. Something's going to happen.
Just across town, 2,000 miles. When you get here, we can just walk a while or sit out. I live just across town, 2,000 miles. When you get here, we can just walk a while or sit out on the rooftop and smoke and smile. When you come over, hey, on the way, could you pick me up a
Bring my vocal up there a little bit. Oops, sorry.
could you pick me up a hey, on the way, could you pick me up a
Maybe I should put that sound in there. Hey, it's Liz. Hey. Hi.
when you come over? When you come over,
How about that? That sounds pretty dang nice to me. I think there's just something in that solo section that needs to happen that'll tie it all together. Maybe it's Lindsay's bowl, and we'll put it in the sampler here and sample that thing. Well, I disagree. I'm smoking right now, and we're all hanging out. So it's all happening anyways. I'm cutting down, and we're staying, hundreds of miles apart. But still, we got this. Oh, you didn't hear the whole song? Hell yeah, I can play it all front to back. Thanks for asking. I was thinking I better keep this moving or or I'm gonna lose people. But I would love to play it front to back. Let's do this. Here you go. Let me start that over. Hello? Hello? Lava Lights are making a comeback. This just in.
The way you say things, the things you do, that sound you make, the way you move, reckon I'll be begging in a day or two for you to come over. We can watch a movie on the floor. We can order things, they will bring them to the door. Always something, sometimes nothing, never bored. When you come over, hey, on the way, could you pick me up a pad? Cover me, and I will get you back. When you come over, when you come over.
What's going to tie that all together? So pretty. So nice. What do you think of that, Pip?
Just across town, 2,000 miles. When you get here, we can just walk a while, or sit out on the rooftop and smoke and smile. Hey, on the way, could you pick me up?
Even more harmonies here. More harmonies.
Cover me, and I will get you back.
So beautiful, Mags.
When you come over,
How do we do that? I love the sound of that. Liz says, can we make this section sound even more like sitting on a roof watching falling stars? That sounds to me like just bringing a lot of stuff out, right? Like the electric guitars are gone. Bring it down, maybe just the piano. I don't know. Well, you know what? I love the sound of that. I wonder how deep I should even go, because Ryan Leonardo has volunteered to mix these for us. He just got a new mixing console. He's dying to put it through its paces. He's got cabin fever as well, and I'm getting all these. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that again. Oh, fridge letters losing their magnetism. but I was receiving all these parts for these songs in the first few days and stuff, and we do plan on doing some more of this kind of thing. I was encouraging Brad to send something that we can all play. We always get him to add parts to other people's songs. I was like, maybe you should send one for us to play with on your stuff. And so I'm encouraging that. But Ryan put on his wall one day, he's like, hey, if there's any bands out there that have a project they need mixed, I would love to take a stab at it. I'm not saying you'll get the final mix from it, but I'd love to take a stab at it. And so I reached out. I was like, well, as a matter of fact, I'm receiving parts right now for a resurrected quarantine edition of Hippie Fiasco Rides Again. And his immediate response to me was, I'm your Huckleberry. So, love this guy. Oh, I realized my speakers have been on the whole time. I bet that actually sounded cool. Sorry. That is one problem with the headphones. You get in here, sometimes things are going on out there I'm not aware of that aren't doing good things. But oh well. We got some good people in here in the chat. How y'all doing out there? Well, I love that. Kevin says the Hippie Fiasco project. I always have trouble with the see more on my iPad. If I try it like I got it. See, on the 33rd try. Just don't give up. The Hippie Fiasco project changed my energy in the world in a good way, and I think I'm still feeding off. I certainly am still feeding off it. It's so good seeing this again so many years later. Well, we did get, I mean, it just sort of had to happen. I was not planning on doing anything like this, but when we all got sent into freaking quarantine and all my friends are out of gigs and festivals are stopping, and I'm just, we all got a giant lemon. And I knew immediately that we were going to have to be making some serious lemonade, but I didn't really know immediately that this streaming revolution is going to take off, and I love it. If there's any silver lining, there's that. There's more than one silver lining, but that's definitely one of them. That all my friends are getting better at streaming. That's so cool. You can see it palpably just from day to day, like from day 1 to day 5. Check out everybody's like lighting, so cool. So I just knew Hippie Fiasco Rides Again should play a part, should had a role in this. If there's anything we know about, it's making lemonade from lemons and webcasting. So it just had to happen, and it's already been a lot of fun. I'm really glad that it decided to go that route with it. It has a whole ethos and spirit and of its own that's always eternally inspiring to me, and I like keeping the idea. I mean, even just bringing people to the YouTube channel, trying to go live from there. But I also, before I did that, I posted like all the raw footage from the original Hippie Fiasco experiment. It was like 600 videos of us touring around the country, going only where called, webcasting 24/7. There's actually, I need all of you to go there and click play all, because I also need 4,000 viewing hours, which is actually probably going to be a really tough hurdle to get over. Way more difficult than the 1,000 subscribers is the 4,000 viewing hours. Once you have those two things, all the features unlock. 4,000 viewing hours. I've been pleading with my friends, just go to Hippie Fiasco Rides Again. The link is in the description of this cast. Click play all, mute the thing, and walk away. Go to bed. Go to sleep. Just let it roll. We can do this. Please. I'm serious. I'm really serious. That would help so much. I know I'm asking a lot. Just to remember that. It ain't easy. Do we have any requests out there? CPURN. What does that spell? Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Carly. 4,000 hours. I mean, how hard could that be? I'm trying to do the math of how many days that would take me to do all by myself. But then, oh, what do you want to hear, Keelan? What do you got? You gonna try to stump me, or we playing it straight? Either way, I'm your Huckleberry. So I got to export all these stems and send them to Ryan. And then what's he going to do? How's he going to mix that? How's he going to mix the solo section? How's he going to make it sound like a roof, like we're smoking on the roof? We'll have to send him all our mixed notes, too, compiled from the chat. Hey, Sean, how you doing, man? Oh, you want to hear Quana? God, I haven't played that in so long. I should probably try finger picks on Quana. Let me do a couple of moves here. I'm gonna move away from the mixing. Thank you everybody that sent in parts. It sounds incredible. It's really coming along. I can't even believe it. We got to get more up there, and I'm definitely thinking that way and working on it. At the same time, we have time. Did y'all see that Crack in the Case show the other night? We went for 6 hours and got a little wasted. That definitely happened. All right, the request lines are open. I'm going to just plug a couple of things in here, just in case we might need it. And be right back with you. Oh, and Pip is resting now, but she has something prepared too that she said she wanted to do tonight. So I called up my mother the other day, said, "Are you sitting down? I've been kicking ideas around.
Are you sitting down?
Are you ready for this? I've been reading Emma Goldman. I've been hanging out with puppets and circus clowns.
Circus clown.
I'm beginning to think
Circus clown.
I'm an anarchist. She said I wouldn't want to live in your world, and right then I knew, oh, that can't be true. What can a poor boy do? I called up the president, it was the present tense. I said, are you sitting down?
Are you sitting down?
I've been kicking ideas around.
Are you sitting down?
Are you ready for this? I've been thinking about Gandhi, about Martin Luther King. I just read the Sermon on the Mount.
Sermon on the Mount.
I'm beginning to think
Sermon on the Mount.
I'm a pacifist. He said I wouldn't want to live in your world, and right then I knew that can't be true. What can a poor boy do?
I'm glad that I could reach you. Are you sitting down?
Are you sitting down?
I've been kicking ideas around.
Are you sitting down?
Are you ready for this? I'm thinking every great story I ever read is God's glory, and it can't be bound.
Can't you buy?
Reading William Blake, for heaven's sake, that's where I found Jesus. He said I wouldn't want to live in your world, and right then I knew that can't be true. What can a poor boy do?
Oh yeah, that's definitely David Tiller. Wait, that's not true. That doesn't exist anymore. hippiefiasco.com. The Muse meant. A little bit of what the Muse meant. All right, Quanah. Still gotta fix this situation down here. Oh, actually. Whoa, what does that do? Oh, what does that do?
Quanah smells the flower, goes looking for that flower, wants to be where such a flower grows. So he climbs down his tower, and there's a little shower, but he doesn't mind, it feels good on his toes. Crosses over the river, crosses over the road, crosses over, walks along the garden road. To the lady he does give her a smile and a nod, says, I'll bring you back the flower, I suppose. The kind lady looks as strange, but there's no time to explain. He crosses over several other meadows, and when he can go no longer, the scent is even stronger, the most beautiful anyone knows. So he lies down in the leaves, to sleep he believes, and to dream of boxes with bows. And in the morning he sees, awake he believes, that flower growing out of his nose. Chicken and rice, chicken and rice on the stove. So nice to be home. Home. The bitter of feet, bitter of feet. I'm not alone. It's not just me. I'm home. Home. And I ain't ever going out there again. Not onto the road, not into the wind. Gonna stay right here with my family and friends. More wood. Hey, we need more wood for the fire. Sure feels good to be home. Home. Coast to coast, day to night. It's all good, but there's no place like home. Home. out there again. Not onto the road, not into the wind. Gonna stay right here with my family and friends. In my big warm bed, my big warm bed, been letting it go to my head. I'm home. 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 And I ain't ever going out there again. Not onto the road, not into the wind. Gonna stay right here with my family and friends. No, I ain't ever going out there again. Not onto the road, not into the wind. Gonna stay right here with my family and friends. You know what I can't wait to figure out is this volume pedal. The volume pedal part of my little thing down here. I have one. I just have to go into a forum to figure out how to work it. How to assign it to do the right thing. It'll do a wah-wah pedal right now, but I know I can make it a volume pedal and fade it out. I'll just fade it out with my right foot. Reach over here. Cut to a shot of Pip. I'll get this. Yeah. Oh! All right. Hard times ain't just some old folk song. Oh, hard times ain't just some old folk song. Oh, no, hard times, they still going on. Thanks to the cheap walls of some of these motels, I hear these conversations, most of which I never would retell. When it doesn't feel that far away, when you hear somebody yell, go to hell. I asked the weatherman, he didn't know what was up. The boss man told the doorman, sorry man, we can't pay you to keep it shut. Just then the optimist chimed in and said, hey, at least we got this half-empty cup. Woo! Oh, hard times ain't just some old folks song. Oh, hard times ain't just some old folks song. Hard times, it's still going on. Woo! Well, Fanny and Freddie were sweethearts. Lord, Lord, how they could love. They had quite a fling until the night King Midas lost his touch. After that, everything King Midas touched just stayed the way it was. Now we got pirates in the ocean, we got pirates in the AIG. I got 3 friends in prison, count 'em, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you can say there's justice, just don't say it to me. I know hard times ain't just some old folks song. Oh, hard times ain't just some old folks song. Oh, no, hard times is still going on. If I said this song would ever end. Down at the Food Lion last night, they was having a sale on hand. I stood in line waiting on mine, I swear, behind 5 of the men. One was young, had a minimum wage job. One was about to retire, just got laid off. One had 2 kids, they was running around laughing, carrying on. Yeah, we all knew hard times ain't just some old folks song. Oh, hard times ain't just some old folks song. Hard times is still going on. Oh yeah, hard times still going on. Boy, having the guitar plugged into that really makes it do something else. That might have been too loud out there. I can't wait to hear that back. It's still, the way everything gets routed is so endlessly. That's why I'm slow to add things add modules to the spacecraft, because we have to make adjustments slowly and do test flights with each piece, with each new piece. You put a bunch of stuff at once, when you fall out of the sky, you'll have no idea why. Why? What? Maybe it was this. But if you just add a little piece and then get a running start, jump off the cliff. Smells a flower, goes looking for that flower, wants to be where such a flower grows. So he climbs down his tower, and there's a little shower, but he doesn't mind, it feels good on his toes. Says I'll bring you back the flower, I suppose. The kind lady looks so strange, but there's no time to explain. He crosses over several other meadows. When he can go no longer, the scent is even stronger, the most beautiful anyone knows. So he lies down in the leaves to sleep, he believes, and to dream of boxes with bows. In the morning he sees, awake he believes, that flower growing out of his nose.
Oh shoot! No, I've been getting so bad at that. I need a button. I need a light, a little light, and a button. I need a giant button and a little light. I was telling a story though. I got this in Utah, I do believe. Oh goodness! Oh, that's so loud in my head. Hello? You're on. You're on the air. You say I have no audio, but I say they're listening to you right now. I think. Wait, hold on a second here. Hold on. Hold on. How about now? Oh wow, you're all echoey. Why is that? It's pretty cool though. Talk to us. Can y'all hear Liz Bunny? You remember when we got Woody? A what? A giant pink gorilla. I think it was. I definitely think it was. When we were riding those motorized bikes. How are you doing? Can y'all hear Liz out there? Oh yeah, they say they can hear you. I'm trying to make you louder, but they can. You're just in my left ear right now, like in the back of my left ear. It's really interesting. I'm trying. I don't even know how that's possible, but yeah, in my headphones. But they say they can hear you. So tell us a story. Are you still stuck in San Francisco? I guess you are. Right. Right. What have you heard from New Orleans? I know. I heard a report on Maddow last night that was just like they were wondering if it was because of Mardi Gras on some level or something, but that there's that there's something crazy happening there. Right, exactly. And the streets are packed. Right, right. Oh, yeah. I I I was I keep on thinking of all the things I could possibly do that would be of benefit. And I the other night I tried to read the news. I was like, well, catch people up on the news, and I went to the news site or whatever, and I couldn't get past the first I was just going to read the headlines, just a little brief. And today, I couldn't get past the first headline. I was like, I cannot read through all. We will not be able to do a show after that. Yeah. Oh, really? They said that they could hear you. Oh, it's because there's such a delay in the chat. Oh, that's sad. That's ridiculous. I just made you louder in my head too. I don't see why that isn't working though. Oh no, it's not. I see that. Okay, I now see that. See the whole. I would have fixed this so much faster, but the stupid FaceTime thing um, is like this transparent square that goes right over the audio meters of my broadcasting software, and I can't move it. It's like an overlay. It's just stuck. It's not a movable window. So I could never see that your meter is not actually moving, but at the same time, I'm still perplexed as to why the hell not. Say something else. See there, it's right there. Oh wait. Ah. Oh, the stupid falling letters scene. Oh God. Stupid. I hate those falling letters now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Liz Bunny is on the phone. She just called. Hi, Liz. What's going on?
I just called.
All right. Well, you know what? We decided we didn't want to talk about any of that stuff we talked about anyways. So, nah.
No, forget that.
Now we
stuff.
didn't. We didn't actually just talk about any of that stuff. How cool is
Can
that?
you hear me now?
What's that?
Can you hear me now?
Now they can hear
Can
you.
you
I know
hear
they
me
can
now?
hear you now. I see the meter moving. I had to do all this stuff because of this silly FaceTime. But in the future, we should text me and just hop on my whereby.com app and we can talk face to face.
What are you streaming from, and what app did you just talk about?
Whereby.com. I love this. I'll recommend it to anybody because up to 4 people can. If you go to whereby.com right now, it'll just say, "What do you want to call your room?" And you can say fiasco, and then hit enter.
Why
and
is
then
that
you can,
different than?
And then you can send
Why is
that.
that different?
Well, then you can send that link whereby.com/fiasco to 3 friends for free. And nobody has to sign in anything. Nobody has to download anything to their computer. They don't have to install an app. They're just through their web
They just
browser.
go to the link?
There immediately. You just go to the link. You want to try it right now?
Yeah.
You do. Yeah, you do. All right. Let's see. We'll call this room. And I'll lock the room just so you.
Just call it the room.
Just so you can come in.
Just
You can
call
use
it
the
the
one
rooftop.
we use. All right, use whereby.com/hippie talk. Hippie talk.
Okay. I'm not very good at this kind of stuff. I gave up all technology for the most part after Hippie Fiasco.
Right. It's understandable. All right, I've been there, done
Wandered
that.
out
What else
into
does
the
life
woods.
have to offer me?
Okay, so whereby.com.
Whereby, yep, WHEREBY.com /
And then slash. Which way slash? Back or forward?
Oh, what is it? It's a backslash.
Oh, how do I get that?
Standard issue.
Okay, backslash what?
Hippie talk with a Y.
Hippie with a Y?
Of course.
Hippie talk. Okay, go. I don't know. Why? Search. Well, maybe. So I'm not doing it right already. I put it into the Google, and I'm trying to Google it. Am I not supposed to be Googling it? Am I just supposed to be
Yeah, don't
putting
Google
it
it.
in the
Just type it
browser?
into the address bar. Whereby.com. Well, maybe it's /. I always get these backwards. It's like my right and left hand. I'm not. It's whatever's the same as that's at the beginning. The HTTP.
I always get my B's and my B's backwards.
Yeah, it's like that.
Only when I'm
So-
writing, though.
Just the standard issue web /. But here I can text you the link too if that'll help.
I'm gonna try it on my lover's iPad that he lent me.
Yeah, do it on that.
Let's try to see this for a second.
You want me to text it to you?
No, I could do it with maybe. Yeah, text it to me just so I can look at it. Okay, so I go into Safari.
Yeah.
And I go in here. Whereby? I can figure this out. Backslash? Standard issue
Whatever you
slash?
call that thing.
.com // hippie talk. No capitals or anything?
No.
Well, that wouldn't make matter.
I don't think it would matter.
Oh, I was told it was a /. I'm told by a professional it should be a /.
You know what? I would listen to them. I definitely would listen to them.
Whereby /.
I texted it to you too. You can look at it.
So many things are happening at the same time on so many devices. It's making my mind explode.
Hey, did I ever tell you guys about that time that when Joe Russo found a Grateful Dead cassette for sale in a thrift store that still had the plastic wrap on it?
We're on a wah pedal. Do we know whose hands these are? Do we know whose hands these
We
are?
are cracking this open.
Vintage, 1988. What year was that?
88.
88.
Oh, let me think. It was my second marriage.
Oh, wow. How does it feel?
Dude, I haven't unwrapped a tape.
I feel that myself. Ooh, wow.
Feel that.
Oh, yeah.
That squeaky feeling comes like,
Oh,
Dead's first studio album in 7 years.
smell it.
oh yeah. Well, you gotta save the sticker that goes in there, right?
It does.
Mark it,
Wow.
come on.
Wow. Amazing.
You know all these ones, right?
Sure do, buddy.
Are they on the 160
You do all those
song list?
songs?
We do 1, 2, 3, 4.
Got a cassette of
We do 5 of
In
8.
the Dark by the Grateful Dead. And Joe plays with the Dead now, so.
We do 5 of 8.
Nice.
I just you got me at hello.
Hey, play it straight again, just the top part, just audio-wise. I want that.
Nice.
Oh, yay! All right, let's hang up the phone. I'm hanging up the phone.
I just you got
It
me.
ain't easy. Oh, shoot.
Hey,
oh,
play,
shoot.
play it
Oh,
straight
God, I
again,
got it,
just
I got
the
it, I got
top
it.
part.
Oh,
just
yeah. Hey, sorry, Brad.
audio-wise.
That was great. All right, and we're back.
Brad.
He was in the video playing that I just cut off.
Oh,
What are you eating?
that was pre-recorded. That was
Right,
live
right.
now.
Right, exactly.
I thought you were stealing their stream.
No.
That they were somewhere together and stealing the stream. That could be fun though. You just start stealing everyone
I've thought
else's
about it.
streams.
I've thought about it. I've definitely already. No, I did actually do that. The first night, I was like, so many friends were streaming, and right when I went live, I realized I think Jordan Smarter or one of my friends was streaming too, and I couldn't do it. So I just webcasted his stream for a good 20 minutes before I realized, like, maybe that's not cool either. Like to just like, yeah. Oh yeah, man. I had like 800 people watching your stream on.
I don't know, man. I think it's pretty cool until somebody makes it illegal, and then it's even cooler.
Right, exactly. Copyright strike. I'm gonna get in trouble. What are you eating?
Oh, yeah, it's just eating in with Liz Bunny.
What is it? Is it like a cinnamon roll or something?
It's a pizza crust. Waste that whatnot.
Man, it's the second time today that someone's talked about pizza to me, and I will not order a pizza. I don't trust them.
We don't trust the pizza. Well, we where I am at, we have somebody who lives in our warehouse that owns a pizza place. So, when he brings home pizza, I live with him, so I'm gonna get Corona regardless.
Right, right, right.
So it's just a pizza.
And it's
If
not
he's
even.
got it, I'm not gonna get it from the pizza. I'm gonna get it from the bathroom sink or something.
And it's definitely not. I mean, I know a good friend of mine actually owns a pizza place, and the community's really rallied behind him because he was really in danger of losing
Sure.
his restaurant entirely. And he's really stepped up, like how he delivers, and people are really stepping up. And we actually,
Everyone's doing that.
it's funny, we sent a pizza from him to someone else, but I wouldn't get one myself, which I'm
you can
actually
make a
now
pizza.
questioning for the first time.
You can do a Hey Good Cooking episode of the late
You're
night
exactly
whiskey
right.
pizza.
I know that my first pizza crust is in my future. How hard could
Yeah.
it be? I'm on it. I'm on it. I already
You
made
just gotta prove that dough right.
I already made my first corn tortilla with my new tortilla press.
So yeah, with some what, maize.
Is that corn flour? 'Cause that's what I
You didn't
used.
get a no. What are those guys called? The stones. Where you smush it all up. In the
Well,
stone.
I do. I went on a deep dive like 3 months ago. It started as soon as I got back from Jam Cruise and recovered. I bought a mortar and pestle.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Mortar and pestle.
And I got a mortar and pestle, the perfect
It's a
book.
weird after Jam Cruise purchase. You're just like,
I don't know. No, it
gotta
made a
get
lot
me
of
mortar
sense.
and pestle.
I was jamming spices and flavors. I got on this whole kick of ordering every spice I could find out about, like in bulk, to like pulverize in my mortar and pestle to make
Did
magic
you spend a lot of
flavor
time
concoctions.
In the buffet?
No.
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 You weren't inspired by
No.
the Jam Cruise food?
No, more. I think more of the explosive music made me want to, do that in my mouth. Yeah.
I wish I could taste this
You heard-
music, man.
There's only one way.
Right.
There's nothing in these just regular old normie stores that's gonna get this flavor explosion I need right now. I'm getting a mortar and pestle, and I'm ordering spices from all over the world. We're gonna have to get some stuff from the Middle East to get this jam.
So you were like, so I would consider my Mardi Gras preparation my apocalypse, my plague preparation. I bought so many things that I don't normally buy for Mardi Gras. I would
Like
bought
what?
a bunch of hand sanitizer and wet wipes, and like just stocked up on so much weird stuff and just regular things too that you need for a large all day party. But like I drive my truck down to and park it out front of the bar. This bar, I drive it the night before and we load it up. And then we just party in my truck during Mardi Gras Day. That way I have like a safe place, I don't like crowds. And that way I could stand on my truck and be above the crowds and like hide in it if I need to. And just like have a home base for all my friends. So, yeah, last year I did it too. And this year I was so much more prepared. I made 24 carnitas burritos the night and day before, and I made breakfast burritos. And
How do you
yeah.
do your carnitas?
Oh well, my boyfriend gave me a really great recipe for them. It has a secret ingredient in it that I'm not going to
Oh,
tell.
come
on
on!
air.
This is Hippie Fiasco.
No, not on air. Maybe I'll just give you the recipe and you could do it on Hey Good Cooking. Or we could do it together on Hey Good Cooking.
Yeah, you
We
could
have this
teach. You
thing.
could teach me. You could be on your
Yeah.
end teaching me how to do it on my end.
Yeah, you got a crock pot, slow cooker.
Of course I do. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For days. I got it all.
Like, so yeah, I just did a ton of prep, like like for Mardi Gras, and then like right after Mardi Gras, it was like the plague. So, so
Right.
I had all this shit. I had all these wet wipes, and I
In
had
the
all
in the
this hand
movie, if it was
sanitizer.
really like something like cataclysmic hit all at once, whatever, you would be like the one with the supplies. The
Yeah,
just by accident, just by a strange twist of fate. It is
who
funny though
buys
that
hand
it is funny
sanitizer?
that
Hand
preparing for
sanitizer.
Mardi Gras is the same as preparing for the apocalypse. There's something
Yeah,
there. There's something
there's
something makes a
something
lot of
there.
sense about that.
What'd you make for dinner tonight?
Well, tonight I had fried rice, and the reason I had fried rice is because 2 nights ago we had a rice dish, and whenever we have a rice dish, I always make more than the rice I need, so I can have stir fried rice the next day or the day after, and that
Sure.
oh, I love
I
that
made
stuff.
I made a bunch of eggplant lately because you know you can get eggplants fairly cheap and they go a long way.
Hmm.
And an eggplant parm which I make like a lasagna, and then I always have a tendency to like make more eggplant than necessary. And by making more eggplant, I mean like you batter it and you fry. Well, you egg it and yeah, batter it,
Mm-hmm.
you fry it in a fry pan, and so I always make more, and then like you can just make basically the same exact dish, but in like, you know, eggplant rollantini.
Mm.
You know, you just
You,
just
do
change
you
the shape.
do you roll it up? You roll that
Yeah,
up,
you
right?
just
Yeah.
yeah, you roll that one up.
Rollantini. You know,
Yeah,
I,
but it
I,
goes a
I
long
always thought
way.
that I hated eggplant. Every time I cooked it, I'm like, oh God, this stuff is so weird. It's stupid. And then Corey, the Lex's wife, who plays music with me, she made this eggplant parmesan and brought it over, and we had and I don't know if I've ever had anything more delicious than that. I've never made good eggplant myself, but if someone else knows what they're doing with it, holy moly, that was amazing.
Oh, it's so easy. I'll teach you.
All right. I love it. Good.
It's easy. Well, yeah, it's nice to be able to do stuff like this. We should do more fiasco stuff. We should get Chad involved and
I was talking to him
do a
before I
little
went on tonight. He's going live tomorrow at noon on
with
his
some
on
food
his
wraps
wall.
from LA.
I think he's gonna read some poetry, tell some stories. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Is he going live on you or on his
No, on
own
on
thing?
Facebook. But I do think, I mean, I have lots of daydreams, but I feel like once we get this YouTube channel up and running, I'll just give all my friends the access code and then people can just do shows on that channel.
Sure. Do you think that might get a little hectic? You want to come up with a schedule, or you
I
just
don't
want to
I
let
don't
it be a
think that many people
fiasco?
are going to want to do it necessarily. It'll probably be pretty
You don't
easy.
think so?
At first it'll be easy. Yeah, most of my friends aren't like, you know, all that savvy about all this stuff.
I loved watching you and Willie and those guys the other night get drunk.
They're all going to
Like,
take prodding. Well, you know,
yeah. Well, everybody's
encouragement,
kind of
encouragement.
shy.
Yeah, yeah.
We're all
And
kind of shy.
it's just there. It's just one of the possibilities of things that we can do with it. I'm blue skying all the time about it, about what all we can do, for sure.
It's weird to talk to inanimate objects like they're an audience.
Or it's not. I mean,
uh,
that's what I do every time I write a song.
right, sure. I didn't think about it that way. I
Uh,
don't
I
know.
I
Just
sing
being
right. I sing right to stuff sometimes, right to the knob of
hmm.
a door, or I don't know.
I sing to my dog all the time,
Yeah,
but she's not inanimate. Well, she can be inanimate. Can I
right.
flip this camera around?
Like,
She can be. Like right now she's pretty inanimate. There she is.
oh, oh,
See, she's barely moving. She's barely moved all day.
I guess I hung Woody up in front of Pip. Pip's pretty inanimate on that chair
Oh,
behind us right now too. If I move there it is. There's my inanimate cat.
Yeah. I like that they just like to be around us doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're just like, I'm just gonna be in the same room as you. Don't mind me.
Right. Yeah. I'm always flattered.
She likes to sit right on my feet, and I
she
never
wants to
thought
hang
that
out
that
with
was
us.
yeah, I never thought that was a thing. Like people are always like dogs at your feet, you know. But she comes and she sits right on my feet all the time, like and like lays on them in bed. I'm like, how do you even know where my feet are under those covers? Like she gets it right every time. Like, I have like so many covers on me, and she just sits right perfectly on them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's sweet.
Hey, you want to do me?
Well, I should go.
Wait, will you do me a quick favor?
Sure.
I'm out of tea and have to pee. Will you hold down my webcast for me for a second while I run upstairs and fill my drink?
Hello.
I'm just gonna make you full screen. There you go. There you
Iced
go.
or hot tea?
There you go.
Iced or hot?
Iced. It's just
Yeah,
just
boiling
pouring it
water?
out. It's already made. I just pour it into the cup. It'll only be a second. All right, you're full screen now, and the cast is yours. I don't know. I might just tune in
I
from
don't know
upstairs.
how, but it's weird because I can't interact with them.
I know it's true. It's super awkward.
And I wonder
I'll
if I
hurry.
could watch me on my phone and mute it. Let me go look, and that way I could read the chat. But it would be a weird delay. So let's look at this. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay, go quickly now. Oh, at this stream it looks like it's on Joe. I need to. Why is it on Joe? Catch up, phone.
Guns N' Roses. Stephen White says, "Sing for us." Tanner Wire says, "Sing me a national song." Ooh, national. That'd be nice. Shannon says, "Love you, Liz." All right, be right back.
The national. Well, I have to play it, Tanner. Let's see. I don't really want to sing. You guys don't want to hear me sing. Let's look. I don't know how to work any of this technology. I'm not good at this. I mean, I do. It just doesn't happen very fast. Okay, the national. That's not very entertaining for anyone. Also, I can't see any of you. Boring. Well, I really love this song. I really love this song. I don't know any stories. You can't put me on the spot like that. Let's see. Well, you know this song? Hippie Fiasco story about Nathan. That's like so many years ago. I don't know, I would need Chad. I would need Chad to help me with that. I don't. Hippie Fiasco was like a complete blur of life. You guys would probably, you who were there watching Hippie Fiasco, would probably be able to retell and relive Hippie Fiasco better than I could. All I have are pictures in my head of everyone and where we were, and but as far as Hippie Fiasco stories go, I wish it shouldn't do that. I'm gonna actually just try to not sing for you, and I'm going to try to get on the Facebook app so I can follow the chat. But for whatever reason, It doesn't show me, it shows Nathan playing. It's so far behind. I don't know what that's about. Technology is odd. Okay, now it's live. I got it. I figured it out. Okay, now you guys, now I can look at the chat and talk to you. I have to turn the volume down now. Tanner, that has nothing to do with hippie fiasco. I mean, there are hippies around and it was a bit of fiasco, but, you know, you gotta use what you have at hand sometimes if you got stuff stuck in your teeth. That's weird. uh, why doesn't somebody who is watching Hippie Fiasco tell me a story about Hippie Fiasco on the chat? Sorry, I'm not that very entertaining. Hippie Fiasco is really cool for me because I had my cat Gypsy with us. If you remember Gypsy, the traveling kitten, she was just so magical. We picked her up. Well, I picked her up at a music festival called Bobolink, which some of you may know of. And she adopted me. And I brought her back to the city, and I didn't intend to keep her because I really wouldn't. I couldn't keep her at the place that I lived in at the time. But when I was sitting on the BART, taking her home because my friend who drove me back from Bobolink lived in Oakland at the time, and I had to take the BART from Oakland to San Francisco. So I had her shoved, tiny kitten, and I shoved her in underneath my coat, and I had all my camping gear, and I'm pulling it on a BART, and I have this little kitten in my coat because I think she's going to be horrified of the BART. It's scary for a little kitten there. And so I get on the BART and I sit down, and she just decided that she was going to poke her head out and look right up at me and blink her little cat eyes. And then she decided she was going to crawl out of my coat. And I was like, what are you doing, cat? This is really weird of you and very uncat-like. She crawled out of my coat and like sat right there. And the train is going. It's under the bay right now, and it's under the water. It's going real fast, and there's people around us. And I'm like, oh my God, now the whole train knows I've got a cat in my coat that's now sitting on my lap. And so she gets there and she just sits on my lap. Oh, hi, little kitten. Little pit walking around in there. Yes, so she just gets there and she sits on my lap and she just looks up at me, blinks her little cat eyes, and looks around the train car. And I'm like kind of holding her, like, just feeling her out. And she doesn't feel tense or odd at all. She doesn't feel like she's going to jump and run around the train car. And so I let her go. I let my hands off of her, and she just sat there the whole train ride from Oakland to where I was going in San Francisco, probably Civic Center Station. And she just sat there, and I kind of knew in that moment that she was going to be my roll dog, and she was the only kind of cat I could have and could possibly take my dog just side. She's like, oh, that cat, forget that cat. The cat story again. But yeah, she was the kind of cat that was incredibly adaptable and that I could take with me anywhere. And she did. I somehow convinced Nathan and Chad firstly to take me along with them on the fiasco. And so I don't think that was very hard, actually. And then secondly, I convinced them to take the cat, which they were like, what are we gonna do about a litter box? So I was like, I don't know, we'll stick one in the car and see if she goes in it. It was all kind of crazy, and crazy ideas, and they were super good sports about it. And Gypsy became the star of so many things, and she really just owned it. She went to every house that we went to, every venue that we went to. She she would just walk right in like she owned the place, to, check it out, made friends with the dogs or the other animals, or just left them alone if they didn't want to make friends with her. And sometimes she would just go and find her little spot and chill there. And other times she would just like participate in the party. Um, and yeah, she was very, very, very special. I could tell you the one of my favorite stories about Hippie Fiasco and Gypsy is when we were playing with Surprise Mr. Davis at Swanee Spring Fest. And I guess it was for Swanee Spring. We were playing at Swanee in Florida. And we had arrived there, and we were rooming at a hotel with the bars and Marco and Mark and we arrive, and I'm like, hey guys, like I'm sorry, like, oh, we've got the cat. I hope you don't mind her being in the room. She's like super low key. She doesn't make any noise. You barely notice she's there. And that night, that night, the night before we had to go to the festival, she, all the guys are getting to sleep. They've got a fairly early set, like afternoon set or something like that they have to get to, which is fairly early. And that night she decided that she was going to probably meow for the first time ever and meow all night long at the door. Now, the hotel that we were staying at, all surrounding the hotel, was like these woods that were full of cats and all these little waterways too that was probably full of alligators. But like, yeah, so Gypsy's meowing at the door, and I'm like, oh my god, and I can't get her to stop, and she won't stop meowing, and there's all these other cats outside, and I'm like, you know what? It was also her birthday. I'm like, you know what, Gypsy, go out and fucking party. Just go. Sorry for my cursing. Go out and party. It's your birthday. Don't get eaten by an alligator. And that's exactly what I said. Like when I opened the door, I was just like, don't get eaten by an alligator. And I opened the door, and she ran out of the hotel room. I was like, be back for van call in like 3 days or whatever. And yeah, so she went out, and she was out there partying the world. We went to the festival. We did our sets. The boys did their sets, and we ran around the festival. And every night we'd come back, and Gypsy she wasn't anywhere to be seen. And Marco was so cute. He was always just like, "Where's the cat? Like, what are we gonna do about the cat?" And everyone's like, it's getting closer to the last day that we're gonna be there, and it's like, what are we gonna do if the cat doesn't come back? I'm like, I don't know. She's either gonna come back, or she's going, or we're gonna, like, I don't know, leave a note at the hotel to, like, with her contact info, and if she shows up, we can figure it out from there. For some reason, I was not worried whatsoever. That's kind of the way I was with her often. We communicated well that way. But yeah, so the last night we go to the festival, and we run around, and we see some bands, and we come back. I don't think the guys played the last day. I can't remember. But we run around, we see some bands, and we come back, and I remember getting there after Marco's car, and Marco was like jumped out and was just like, she's here. Oh my god. We got here, and she's sitting at the door. She was sitting the last night of the festival. She was just sitting there at the door of our hotel room, like our exact door, just sitting there waiting for us to you know, she made van call. Geez, Nathan, this is a really long tea. um, yeah, I don't know. That's one of my favorite memories. It's not so much a memory of Chad or Nathan so much as it's a memory of Gypsy and Marco. But yeah, she didn't get eaten by alligators, and she made van call, and she's very prompt. She was like that all throughout tour. I think that everybody who met her, she was special. I'm boring them with Gypsy stories.
I was just going to say, sorry, I was playing with my cat. What are y'all talking about?
You were playing with the cat?
Yeah.
I'm just boring them
She
with
followed
Gypsy
me
stories,
upstairs and then got all cute on the couch.
they're sharing their own stories, I think.
Oh, look, she followed me back down.
Oh, hi.
That's Pip.
I was sharing the gypsy story from Swanee Spring Fest, where she was meowing a lot, and I let her out to run around with all the other cats that were at the hotel, and how she was like gone for 3 days while we were at the festival, and then on the very last night she came back and was sitting at the door. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Marco was so excited.
That was pretty amazing. I love that
That
cat.
cat was funny with Marco. I haven't been keeping up with their reads on here, but it looks like they have some favorite Chad stories. They were kind of talking about their favorite hippie fiasco
Well, we'll
stories.
definitely get all three of us on here.
I can't
soon.
remember a single thing that we did.
It'll come to you though as we start telling stories.
Well, I said I'd have to have you and Chad here to relive them with.
Yeah,
because
we'll-
on my own, I just have my part. I really remember Austin well. I remember Austin and hanging out with Melissa and Chad the
Right.
night of the meat sweats.
Everywhere we got to hunker down for a few days became really memorable.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Colin, and I remember Michael Sir's house was really fun and great, and hanging with his kids and living in his basement. We were there for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they want to hear some music, so maybe you should play them the Gypsy song. Since I just did that whole
I have to
thing.
relearn those words. I sang it. I definitely sang it the other night when I was going alphabetically on my.
Shot of whiskey.
Yes, shot of whiskey and a ciggy for my
Ciggy
kitty,
for my
Lord.
kitty.
It's hard
to keep my pussy clean.
Look, I know you stole my Snickers. I can see it on your whiskers.
Your whiskers.
Come on, kitty,
Come
don't
on,
be
kitty,
so
don't be so
mean.
mean.
Oh no, not again.
No, not again.
Here, kitty, 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 here, kitty, 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 here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, can we just be friends? Are you a narcissistic nihilist or a masochistic stylist? Always preening, going me. Ow. Oh no. Oh no. Not again. Here, kitty, 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 here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh no. Oh no. We come out from behind that water heater now.
Something like that.
Remember
yeah,
that
that's
time?
Jen.
Remember that time we found her behind the water heater?
Yeah, there was one of the only times where she was like, well, no, she was kind of hard up. She like curled up in Isla's room one time, and we couldn't find her.
Oh, in
Even
the
though
back of the drawer or in a dresser drawer once or something?
She was in a weird place in Isla's room at one point. She really liked the Beneventos. But yeah, the water heater was one of the only times she like didn't come out when I called her too.
Right.
That's a weird
We
one.
were nervous on that drive. We were like, what does she know? What does she know? Yeah. Love you, Liz.
Maybe you could play that. Maybe you could play "It's Always Morning in New Orleans." That would be nice because it will remind me of New Orleans. I'm a little bit homesick for New Orleans, but I'm happy that I am where I am.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that one.
Can you remember that one?
Yep. For sure.
These are both New Orleans songs. A little bit of a segue.
Right, right. Should we stay on or should I?
I can go.
I don't know. You can
I think
stay
I've had
too,
enough on-air
but it might be a
time for
little.
today.
It might be a little awkward because it'll be like the first time. I keep on thinking people can see me and having to remember, like, no, they can't see you. Oh wait, they can see me. I got that
Yeah,
backwards.
they can see us both.
It's when I'm watching streams that it's weird because I'm so used to sitting here and so then I'm like when Freddie was trying to get his microphone working, there were a couple of times when I was like I was like, oh, you can see me, but like no wait, Nathan, he can't see you. I had to tell myself that a couple of times.
Oh, Tanner wants before you were born.
Which version? I wonder which
Good
version
question.
does he?
Before you were born, you had it all.
That's like the Brad version.
All the riches. Yeah, that's the Brad version.
There's 3 versions of that song now because we came up with a whole nother one on Jam Cruise once. Me, Andrew, and Brad.
Oh, you got a Jam Cruise one?
Yeah, the one we did every hour on the 16s. 216,
Right,
316.
right. Tell me.
Oh, you were born, you had it all.
Oh.
It was like that.
The Out to Sea version. They all want the OG.
And then the OG is like
This is kind of fun. I can read the chat to you.
right. That's true.
So you're not
That is pretty
distracted.
good. That is good.
You just keep playing. Never stop.
Oh, they said you messed up right there.
Is that an effect or is that my stream
Maybe both.
freaking out? Streaming sound effects.
Before you were born, you had it all. All the love and riches in the world. Before you were born, you'd fly along the way. And then you were born, and you want it all back again. Before you were born, you had no fear. The sun was your smile and the rain was your tears. And nothing grew without the rain. Your smile had no end. Then you were born, now you want it all back again. And before you were born, you sang in tune, sat still as a stone, ran rings around the moon. You were quick as lightning above a riverbed. Then you were born, now you want it all back again. Before you were born, baby, you were free. Now you're chained to happiness and misery. Before you were born, you were without sin. Then you were born, now you want it all back again. But I'll tell you this, I'm glad you was born. I drink another to ya as I light this cigarette. Throw another log onto desire, play that mandolin. We're not dead yet, and this chance won't come again.
Hey.
It's always when I think I'm going nowhere, I find myself at home like I never knew. Always when I find someone that makes me wonder, when I fall in love, will it be with you? It's not always in my wallet, it's not always in my hair, but it's always morning in New Orleans somewhere. My last car's built on the sidewalk. Now I'm walking another line. Last thing I want right now is more music. Checkpoint Charlie's okay, I'm fine. And then some brilliant music fills the air. Oh, it's always morning in New Orleans somewhere. I'm staying halfway now between the madhouse and the zoo. I'm awake with one eye closed to the things in me I see in you. It's almost like I died and gone there. And it's always morning in New Orleans. It's always morning in New Orleans. It's always morning in New Orleans somewhere.
Yay, thank you.
You're welcome. That was fun.
How do you make yourself sound so good?
with all this stuff.
You got all that stuff?
just-
You got
yeah,
all
this-
that gear?
Yeah, this is my studio. Nathan's
I
land.
know, it sounds really great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it does. Everyone's out there in the world right now just trying to figure it out. I'm seeing like big musicians figuring out how to stream.
I love it.
themselves
I love it. I
to
love
make
it. Everybody's getting better
make
at it.
sound good. They don't have as good a sound as you.
Well,
Some of them do.
Yeah, some of them do. Sure. But everybody's getting better by the minute.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting more savvy by the minute. I see it
Well, they've got
happening.
the
I,
tech
I
is so much more user friendly these
it
days.
really is. Yep. And a lot more is possible these days too. In a way,
Uh-huh.
it's come a long way
They don't
since
have
we
like,
did it.
yeah, it sure has.
We were
They don't
really
have like
we were
full
really pushing
grown
the envelope at the back in, when we did what we did.
pioneers. It
Sort
just
of.
took a pandemic for everyone else to catch on, you know? No
Mm-hmm.
big deal.
Yeah, we just decided it was a pandemic years ago.
Yeah. Our own personal pandemic.
Yeah, our own. Right.
We're gonna sequester ourselves in this car and roam the nation.
It's the only way out. It's the only
It's
it's
the only way out.
only way to survive.
It was really fun. I wish we could do it again. Maybe after the pandemic, we'll all be all like, all right, let's do it. Let's go.
Right.
After we've been shut in for God knows how long.
Right.
Like, we just need to get out on the road again. We're all pretty good at being I feel like I've been preparing for this for now. I just have no guilt anymore. All my guilt is gone. I'm like, oh great, well now I can't go out. Oh no.
I'm glad somebody said it. I've been dying to say that, but it.
Oh no. Oh, I don't have to show up to that party? Oh. I can't. Well, I can't. Sorry. No one can.
Right.
I'm actually having more fun getting on FaceTime. Like, we had this, like, I don't know, 20-person dinner on Zoom the other night. We all cooked, like, spaghetti and meatballs or whatever we wanted to eat that night, but it's pasta, spaghetti meatball dinner, and it was hosted by Tanner Wire and his lovely lady, Miss Jamie. And he hosted it on Zoom, which is a channel thing that you can invite like everyone to.
Right. You can have like 100 people in there or something. How does Zoom decide who's talking when?
Can
everybody talk at the same time?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I haven't tried Zoom yet. I want to try Zoom. 100 people.
As the night goes on, that sort of devolves. We were all seemingly very polite in the beginning, and let everyone have their turns and take their turns, and attentive listeners. And then as the night grew later into the night, it was like, oh, we are all talking over each other.
Right.
Yeah, but it was fun regardless. That was the after party.
It starts off all like, oh, hi, everybody, cheers. And it's a really coordinated, everybody touches the camera at the same time. 4 hours later, like, all right, I'm just going to set you on top of this for a second while I go.
Yeah, that definitely happens. But yeah, I'm actually having more fun being social on camera than I
know it's
had, in person.
The singularity.
I always have a fun time when I go out. I'm
right. Me too. Absolutely.
I'm not completely lying.
Right.
Not completely making things up, but all right. Well, I'm gonna go. On that note, I've got some other.
Well, the interesting thing is that it does, in a way, like, it at least temporarily, it was a nice reprieve from that guilt that an introvert does feel. Because I never even really thought about that very much, but it was definitely, I noticed it in myself that, like, because I get really introverted and I don't, I wish I went and visited my grandma more often, my dad, my mom, and just the community in general. Like, I feel like I should be involved in people's lives more, but on the other hand, I don't want to do any of that stuff.
Yeah, it is interesting. It's if you think about that and the guilt that comes along with that, social media does that to us too. We've got everything in front of us all the time. It's I don't know. You have a tendency to feel pressure to be out out there in the world, or more social, or more involved, or like you're not doing enough. And it's okay. I've given myself trying to be very kind to myself in that area, where it's just like, you know what, if you don't want to go, you don't have to. And, like, you can set your own boundaries with things, and you can always invite people over. And, it takes a lot of my energy to be social. It takes a lot of my, because I really do spend a lot of time. I try to spend a lot of time with people when I go out, and be attentive to what they're saying and doing, and be very present. And that has a tendency to take a lot out of me. But, so I don't necessarily want to do it all the time. Also, I'm very picky about what I do, what I don't do. I'm picky about the music that I go see anymore. It's all, for me personally, it's all a lot of energy conservation. But I like hanging out in small groups. I like hanging out with a few people at a time. It's much more manageable for me. Um, either that, or you just get a couple of Red Bull vodkas in me, and I'll just, run the room. No big deal. Sure.
Musicians have definitely figured it out. I still love, picking parties are just super fun because you have something to do and it's super fun.
Right, there's not
there's a
too
lot,
much,
and there's
like,
still a lot of that, just like
chit-chat.
picking around the fire or picking in someone's garage or something like that's. You got
Oh, definitely. That's one of the things that I
You gotta
miss
have a
most
task.
about.
You have a task though.
Yeah, that's why
At the
in
same-
social events, that's why I've always like worked or volunteered for music festivals, because I just don't know how to party all that time.
Right.
Like, I need tasks to do. I need things to do. Like, give me
Right.
some sort of responsibility, because I do not know how to sit around and be social and drink for days.
Right.
So, like, I'll cook for you guys, whatever. Just give me anything to do. Clean camp, something to do. Um, but yeah, I think that it's like I like not feeling too guilty about not
Not feeling
having to
guilty.
exercise.
Now we're talking about
Yeah.
feeling guilty about not feeling guilty, which is really good.
Right.
This is next level right here. Ding, ding, ding.
Getting weird. So down
That's
the
good.
rabbit hole. Um,
That's all right. We can get back out the way we went in.
yeah. So they want one more song. Everybody wants one more song.
One more song. What is that? This is Hippie Fiasco Rides
More
Again.
songs.
One more song.
No. They want another
Oh, before
song.
you hang up, before we hang up, is that what they mean?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. It's 1 a.m. here on the West Coast. But it's like 3 a.m. there. Robert Levy's like, what's Nathan doing up right now? I'm all like, Nathan probably just got
Who?
up.
Who?
Robert
Who?
Levy.
Who? Who? Who?
Little
Who?
night owl.
Who? Who? Oh yeah, remember that song?
Little night
I wasn't gonna. I was playing Ambrosia Drunk for Tanner. That was a request in the
yeah.
chat. But then I started.
Ambrosia Drunk.
Then I started trying to hoot like a night owl. But then then
play night owl. Ambrosia Drugs. I love it, but it's so melancholy.
right. I was already trying to brighten it up, but I hear you. But I got to remember this one.
I don't know if I remember it. You can remember.
Lamppost moon, morning, night, sunset so soon, lie down, sleep tight, little night owl. Oh.
You almost got it.
Lamppost moon, morning, night, sun so soon,
Lie down, sleep tight, pulling shade, scream, falling shade, screeching light, little night owl, I know where to find you, little night owl, I know where to find you. Hey. Oh, how did it go?
You gotta practice that one.
Something about with your feather quill. How did it go? So how did it go with your feather quill pen? Yeah. Damn it.
You get so many
Yeah, but
songs. You should put out another songbook, Nathan.
trying to get a digital version, searchable. There's talk. Oh, wait.
What else should we do besides Night Owl?
Okay, I remember it. Second verse. Delightful dreams. Hey, Pip's here. Thanks for delightful dreams. Thanks for the stars and all the same old things. Did you get, oh shoot, get very, oh man, delightful dreams. Thanks for the stars and all the same old things. Hey, did you get very far with your midnight oil and your feather quill jar, little night owl? I know where to find you, little night owl. I know where to find you. Hey, what is that? Find you. There it is. Little night owl. I know where to find you, little night owl. Always know where to find you. That was sort of it. Almost.
We gotta put some who's in that song.
Hell yeah. Yep. Lamp post moon, morning, night, sun so soon. Lie down, sleep tight, pulling shade, screeching light, little night owl. I know where to find you, little night owl. Always know where to find you. Thanks for the stars and all the same old things. Did you get very far with your midnight oil and your feather quill jar, little night owl? I know where to find you, little night owl. I know where to find you. It's close.
Lullabies.
That was a lullaby.
I'm tired. I have to go to sleep now.
That was a lullaby.
Thanks to Lullaby.
Thanks for doing this.
Well, I didn't know that this is going to go on this long.
That's what everybody says that comes on here.
That's good.
It is good.
Yeah.
I must be doing something right.
Everybody needs it.
Mm.
It's the only way we're getting it these days. I gotta go, Nathan. I'm sleepy now.
Love you, Liz.
Au revoir.
Thank you.
Au revoir. Fiasco quarantine. Stay cozy out there. That's what I'm saying, everyone. Just stay cozy. That's all. Don't leave your house. Just stay cozy. Don't feel guilty. Stay cozy.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
That's really good advice.
That's what I say when I talk to people. I say, how you doing? You staying cozy? That's all. What'd you do today? Was it cozy? Yeah.
Was your day cozy?
Was your day cozy?
Was your day cozy?
My day?
Yeah.
My day was actually kind of hectic.
Yeah.
But, you know, I did most of my work that I was doing from bed, so sure. It's technically cozy. You know, I just realized that I could jump on the bed. We can still do that as adults.
You just realized
right?
that, or you realized that earlier?
No, I just realized it right now. That
Just
there's
right
some
now.
other activities. I could jump on the bed if I feel like getting some exercise tomorrow. I don't actually have to leave bed. I gotta go, Nathan.
All right, I'm cutting away to something else.
Yeah.
Good night. Love you.
Cheers. Bye, y'all. How do I hang up? It's the end. Close tab.
I wake up so early in the morning. You might not like talking to me. I need coffee just to be able to make coffee. I wake up like a cat up in a tree. Some folks rise and start shining. They're all ready to seize the day. As long as they keep their distance, everything just might be okay. I wake up so early in the morning. You might want to head for the hills. I wake homeless with a toothache. I wake fired with a stack of bills. It's my chance to be bitter, and there's plenty to be bitter about. I wake wise to the wicked ways of the world, and I snarl and I grimace and pout. I wake up early in the morning. I wake up early in the morning. Well, let's not disagree. I got a feeling something's coming to shed its grace on me. And pretty soon I'll be laughing. Call it faith, call it a hunch. But I know magic happens, usually sometime around lunch. But I wake up early in the morning.
It's early in the morning. It's early in the morning. Well, feels like it's about time to find a leaving song. What a fun night. So glad Liz stopped by. So cool. Very cool to see her. Glad she's doing good. Gotta find a leaving song. What's it gonna be? Gotta find just the right leaving song. It's like Goldilocks trying all the porridges sometimes. Sometimes you get it just right, you know. Can't be too good of a song that you can't leave, but it's got to honor the occasion, you know, the opportunity. Leaving song. Not remember the one that came to me to sing. That's too bad. You don't want to give up. Go for it. Oh, man. I don't want to call all you in. Get so tired. Reaching. You're gonna want to give up. Gonna want to give up. Gonna want to call all in. Gonna want to give up. Gonna want to call all in. Gonna
get so tired, gonna reach the end. You're gonna get picked up. The universe is your friend. You're gonna see yourself and then again. The older I get, the more I'm sure you never know when you want some more. You can hold some things on high if you like, but you really ought to get them on the floor. You're gonna hate your friends, you're gonna hate your town, you're gonna go forever with no one around. Come another day, like light through a shade, surrounded by loved ones, you're gonna feel so brave. And the older I get, the more I'm sure you never know when you want some more. You can hold some things on high if you like, but you really ought to get them on the floor. Not wearing it. You're gonna wanna give up, gonna wanna call all in. You're gonna get so tired, you're gonna reach the end, and you're gonna get picked up. The universe is your friend. You're gonna see yourself. What's that? Something again. Gosh, the older I get, the more I'm sure you never know when you want some more. You can hold some things on high if you like, but you really gotta get them on the floor. Yeah, that one. Oh, nice. Yeah, the Leaving Song. I learned that from my dad. That was something my dad taught me, and that came from when he used to hang out with his best friend Rick when they were kids, and they would every day after school they would go to one of their houses and listen to records. You know, that was all the rage. Just, oh, what's the new I mean, if you think about, like, you know, there's a period of time there in the 60s where, like, every week this mind-blowing track was like, and you had to go to the store and buy this record and bring it home with your friend and put the needle on it and be like, oh my God. There's this explosion of music that happened there. The British invasion and the radios were, it was a magic time. So they'd get together with their new 45s, and I inherited boxes and boxes of 45 records from that time, and they would get together and listen to records. And then at a certain time, a point when time would come when one of them was due home. I got to be home or having dinner at 5:30 or whatever. They'd be like, we got to pick a Leaving Song, and it was just part of their tradition, and that's the way he described it to me. Is like, you know, we had to be just the right song. If we picked, we couldn't, because you wanted to sort of like leave to it, you know, not just like the perfect last song, but one that you can just walk out perfectly on too. Just like, all right, love you, you know, like halfway through the song, and you know, it sort of follows you out, and
I think that's part of it too. So like, the wrong leaving song can be one that's too good and you can't leave, and you're just like, oh God, no, that's not the leaving song. One that's so good, that's not the. It's more like the Porridge Goldilocks chose. It can't be like, no, I mean, it can't be a bad song. I can't leave on that. No. But that felt like the leaving song. Yeah, it definitely did. God, I haven't sang that song in so long. There was an idea going on in that version that was brand new. No. I wrote a song called No, but there's so many words. It's not really that there's that many words, but I wrote a few songs in a short amount of time, and this one is like just so repetitive that it's not a story song, so it's a little bit harder to remember, because the concept of the song is how, like, when you're first starting out in anything, really, like, you have to say yes all the time. You have to. Yes. Hey, you guys want a gig playing at my fruit stand Saturday afternoon? It'll be great exposure. Yes, absolutely. And then eventually the time comes, and it's, for better or worse, either you made it or you just give up. And that's the first time you can say no. That's when you know you've arrived. The first time you say no, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I just said no. Usually takes about 15 years, I've found, to get to your first no. And you have to, it takes you a while to recover from that. Oh man, I really want to sing that song right now. There's no way I could. I feel like the words are in that notebook I'm looking at right now, but still, I think it would be a fiasco. Not the good kind. Oh my gosh, I just tried to search my computer for no, and for some reason, tons of crazy stuff came up. Like every single one of these apps has a no file. Wait, what are all these no files doing on my computer in the first place? That's when I first discovered. Oh my God, I can't believe I don't have that song even on this stupid computer. Oh man, that was how I was going to get out of here. A little lava lamp, a little no, after a little storytelling setup. Still has a little pump up the volume vibe. Oh, shoot. Where's Pip? She went up in the ceiling last night, right before I was supposed to go live on the Higher Ground show. I have cloth. It's in the basement here. I stuffed like soundproofing stuff and then put cloth canvas, basically, like painter's canvas. Not like painting canvas, but the kind you throw under you when you paint a wall or whatever. And I stapled it. But Pip discovered she could get up in there. So like I'm like 10 minutes from showtime. I'm supposed to go live on Higher Ground, and my cat is like it's like you're under the trampoline, seeing somebody really heavy on a trampoline. I mean, she's not really heavy, but this is just canvas. So her little feet were just sticking down in there, and she was like moving through the ceiling, and I couldn't get her out. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm supposed to go live, babe. Come help. Oh, is that what you call that? A drop cloth. I don't feel like it was called that though. I feel like I might have gone a step up from a drop cloth. It's really, I mean, high quality drop cloth here. That's all I'm saying. It's funny. I already played the leaving song, so now I'm alone in here. I guess I held the party. This you're looking at the when you sing the leaving song at your own party. Where's that cat? Where's that cat? Maybe a song will come to me. Maybe I shouldn't put this guitar down yet. That was fun. Oh, I hear her ears were burning and moving in independent rotation from one another to track down the source of who was talking about her. I heard you jingling. Something. Something happens to my words between my brain and my throat. I can see them in their writing in a little paper bowl. Try. No, I shouldn't go higher than usual. I should go lower than usual. Something happens to my words between my brain and my throat. I can see them in their writing in a little paper bowl. Trying so hard just to stay afloat. But it's rough weather. It's a long letter, just a little note. I got so much I want to say. I don't want to push you away. Yeah, oh, but it's safe to say I'm afraid. 'Cause I never know when I open my mouth just which foot is about to come out. Will it be my better one or the one all riddled with doubt?
All I know is if I'm quiet too long, I suddenly shout. I got so much I want to say. I don't want to push you away, but it's safe to say I'm afraid. I want justice, but I feel guilty. I come clean, but I still feel filthy. I fill with pride, and that leaves me empty. There seems to be a difference between the truth and honesty. That's the leaving song. Glad we kept looking. I got so much I want to say. I don't want to push you away. Oh, but it's safe to say I'm afraid.
How do I get it ready?